Today's video is something a little bit different. Perhaps you're a Football Manager fan who likes taking in young players or getting them in youth intakes and developing them into superstars. The 5 teams in this list have incredible facilities for the level that they play at. I do hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's start, shall we? Run the intro. So the 5 teams in this list, I'm sure that if you're a long-term viewer, you might have heard of one of them, but the rest I think are pretty out there, and that's the reason I'm doing this video. I could give you some of the more obvious teams, but the latter ones, my word, these clubs are unique. I can't wait to show you them. Shall we get into this? No dilly-dallying around. If you're new to the channel, check out the rest of our top 5 videos if you go on to enjoy this one. And well, without further ado, let's get into this countdown. So to kick off this video of the teams with the best youth facilities for their level in FM21, we head to Portugal again. I feel like if you're an avid watcher of the top 5 kind of videos we've been putting out, we feel like we head to Portugal every other video, but genuinely, there's some really interesting teams here, and the one today is Alverca. It's definitely not how you say it. They're a great team with some really great facilities. They play down in the Portuguese Championship, a team predicted to get promoted in their first season, and they're really good. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Average youth recruitment. I know it says average. It's a lot better than average. Great youth facilities. In fact, if I just do this, if you don't know, the facilities are out of 20. So for this level, they've got 14 youth recruitment, 14 youth facilities. Junior coaching is good. Training facilities really aren't bad. Compared to everyone else around them, they have one of the best youth academies. A team who, well, in the past have been playing at the top level of Portuguese football. Slowly but surely they've been climbing their way up. They are very well supported and very well backed. Of course, Portugal's third tier, the Championship, is getting a big shake-up, so do bear that in mind. The first few seasons will be rather mad, but the expectations first season win promotion. Also, and you might like this if you like developing young players, culture, sign players based in Brazil. Yes, they will let you sign all the Brazilian regens you want. So for those Brazilian Wonder Kid addicts out there, Alverca, they might be able to help you out with that. If we just take a look at their team on the whole, they've got some players with some pretty good potential out on loan. But if we take a look just at their youth academy, you can see here plenty of players coming through, plenty of players to have your eye on, many of whom are playing in the B team. And yeah, if you want to go to Portugal, if I've not been able to convince you to try it out so far, you're looking for a team a little bit like this one, maybe Alverca's the team for you. Coming in at number 4, we've got the least obscure of all the teams in this list. The one that you might be surprised that they're as good as they are, but maybe not surprised they're in this list. It's Atalanta over in Italy. Of course, a mainstay of Champions League football after their last couple of seasons. And in Football Manager, their facilities are absolutely nutty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving it the nutty stamp. Let's look at these, shall we? That sounds weird. The nutty. I mean, like, you know, you get like approved stamps. I want one of those that says nutty, and I want to smash it on my screen here. Look at this. Junior coaching, excellent. Youth recruitment, exceptional. Training facilities, excellent. Youth facilities, excellent. In fact, let's do what we did before. Go to the facilities here. This is silly. This is overpowered. And the weird thing is, despite this, Atalanta don't actually have that many insane youngsters coming through their team. In fact, the one player who's really good of all their youth prospects, they're selling to Manchester United. So make of that what you will. But if you're looking for a save in Italy, maybe you've never managed in Italy before, I can vouch for it and say it's very fun. You want to overthrow Zebra. You want to be playing at a big club early on, but get plenty of young players coming your way. Atalanta's a pretty good surefire bet. You will get good players in your youth intake. They will be very good. Not everyone wants to start down in the 5th or 6th tier of Indonesia. And for those of you that want to be managing in a big European league from the off with a little bit of focus on youth, Atalanta may well be the team for you. Up next, and taking the bronze medal in at number 3, we've got Grasshopper Club Zurich. I don't know why I hesitated there. I think it's the word grasshopper. Just shouldn't be in a team name. It doesn't sound right, does it? But yes, Grasshopper were a team that I very nearly put in my Fallen Giants top 5, and I saw comments saying, where are Grasshopper? They should be in it. I knew they were going to be in this video, so I left them out. They are the team that have won the Super League in Switzerland the most ever. 27 wins, 17 times runners-up, but they were relegated a couple of years ago, and last season they had a bitterly disappointing campaign in which they finished third in the Challenge League. They are predicted to get promoted back to the big time this season from the second tier of Switzerland, but, of course, the reason that they're in this countdown is because of their facilities. Check these out. They've got excellent academy coaching, excellent youth recruitment, great training and great youth facilities. And for a team who starts in the second tier of any nation, these are absolutely ridiculous. They are the best in Switzerland when it comes to facilities. And if we look at their club vision, well, they want you to continue doing stuff with the youth side of things. They want you to work towards becoming the most reputable team in Switzerland, whilst also developing players for the club's youth system. Now, unlike some of the teams in this list that have this huge focus on youth, they still want you to sign players based in Portugal, sign high-rep players. You could say they're the Swiss Wolverhampton Wanderers, I suppose. They're obsessed with the Portuguese, and in fact, they have a load of players in on loan from Wolves. Do they have some kind of affiliation that I don't know about? Okay, they have a lot of affiliates. Yes, they do actually have an affiliation with Wolves. That makes a lot of sense. They also have all these other affiliates. It's probably where they're getting all their young players from. Do you need more? I mean, I would get rid of half of those if you take over as grasshoppers, Jurek. If we just look at their team, though, lots of potential in the team, although a fair bit of it is players in on loan. If we look at the youth academy side of things, look at this. The B team has players coming through. You've got Addons, who apparently is one of the hot prospects, but the player who jumps out more to me is Robin Kellem, who is a 17-year-old German player who frankly looks absolutely top drawer, especially for this level. Get him in the first team, get him developing away. So yes, if you're someone who is a bit of a football romantic, maybe you want to take a team who have fallen upon hard times back to the big time, a fallen giant of sorts, but you want to do it with youth, you want to do it using their facilities, Grasshoppers Jurek, probably the team for you. In at number 2, we've got FC Sochaux Montbéliard, the team who play in Ligue 2 in France, a team who I managed a few years ago in Football Manager here on YouTube. I'll tell you what, these guys are good. Whatever you're doing right now, and I'm assuming you're probably playing Football Manager, pause the match, get out your match, whatever it is, go to this team's page, look at their hot prospect. It's almost guaranteed they're really, really good. Sochaux have this habit of producing absolutely insane regens, and I make it sound like it's completely random. Of course it's not random. They've got some of the most insane facilities for a team of their stature in the world, not just in France. Comfortably the best in Ligue 2, some of the best in France as well. Good youth recruitment, good academy coaching, excellent youth facilities, and the team itself is a team that is just a conveyor belt of young talent. Look at the youngsters already knocking on the door and ready to develop. They are so good if we look at their youth candidates as well. There's talent coming out the ears here at Sochaux. It's actually silly how good the team is. Just sorting by potential here. I mean, look at this. It is ridiculous, it is silly, it's not fair. They're a team who actually have struggled the last few years in the second tier of France. But if you can help your young players reach their potential, if you can nurture them, develop them, and then ultimately fight off the teams who are going to be flocking to your squad trying to steal them, you're going to be in with a really, really good shot of making it back to Ligue 1 within a couple of seasons. And it's for that reason they're in this list. And finally, in at number 1, getting the gold medal, Tromso. You have won something. That feels really harsh. In the last 20 years, look, they've had a bit of a rough spell. They finished second in the league less than a decade ago in the top flight of Norway. Last season, for the third time in the last 20 years, they were relegated down to the second tier. And that is where your adventure is going to begin. Just taking a peek at their facilities here. Great youth facilities, good academy coaching, excellent youth recruitment to boot. This is a team that have a lot going for it, including a very young squad full of some players with some very, very good potential. You should not be stuck in this second tier for long. And if we just peek at things, you can see predicted to finish second behind Lillestrøm, a team who you should really be fighting to the death and giving a good battle to throughout your first season in charge. Longer term, lofty ambitions at this club as well as of course promotion this year. Within the next 5 seasons, they want you to be challenging at the very, very top of Norway. They want you to win that title that has eluded them for so long. If we look at their history here, you can see they've had a little bit of success. They've won stuff occasionally, but they've never won the trophy at the top of the mountain. That is the aim here at Tromso. You're going to get good youth players through. Bergset Robertson is your best young player at 16 years old, an incredibly exciting prospect. And in fact, if you look at the youth facilities here, you can see there's plenty of really, really good young players climbing up through your ranks, through the second team, the third team, and of course, the under-18s. And yeah, it's for this reason they're in at the number 1 spot. If you've never managed in Norway before, recommend checking it out. Very competitive league, lots of teams similar to Tromso with some good youth facilities. And well, maybe you can guide Tromso to glory and maybe take over the Norway national team job and guide them to glory with their current golden generation. Now there's a thought. Anyway, that does wrap up this video from me. I hope you enjoyed this list. Certainly a few teams I'm certain you won't have heard of. I think that these are all pretty darn interesting. So if you go on to manage any of these, or maybe there's another club like these that I've not covered in today's video, let me know it down in the comments. Maybe we will do a part 2 if that's what people want. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got to the end of the video, you are an absolute legend. I should not point at the screen. That's very intimidating. I'll see you again soon. Take care. It is me, Jack, and I'm out. Roll the outro.